So, as a follow-up to the video that we made 2 days ago outlining the best brawlers in every single rarity, today we're going to be going over the worst brawlers in every single rarity to get a better feel for the new meta that we're in currently, which brawlers are good, which brawlers are bad. Hopefully you guys are all pumped up. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go. Now, as you all can tell, today's layout is a bit different than what we're normally used to here on the channel because, once again, this video is brought to you by OnePlus, a proud sponsor of Tribe Gaming. You all know how much we love OnePlus. The phones are fantastic, some of the best phones on the market to date right now that you can get a hold of, especially for mobile gaming. It is amazing to play Brawl Stars on this phone. Super, super pretty, super beautiful. I've been enjoying my time with it as of right now, but today is a bit different because there's a really interesting thing happening with OnePlus, and that is a meetup in Seattle where Lex, Kairos, as well as Chief Pat are going to be doing a meet and greet. It's going to be on the 6th of February from 6 to 9:30 p.m. So if you guys are in the area and you want to meet up with Lex, Kairos, and Pat, the legends, the beasts, I love them all, make sure to do so. They're also going to be giving away some free Tribe goodies, some Tribe swag. So if that's interesting to you guys, make sure to go check it out. Make sure to go click the link in the description down below if you would like one of those. But with that being said, let's get into the remainder of the video. So like we said before, we're going to be outlining the worst brawlers in every single rarity for a follow-up to our video that we made 2 days ago on the best brawlers in every single rarity. As you all know, the meta is still really young. It's fresh, it's changing. We don't necessarily know which brawlers go where in terms of ranking them on a specific tier list, which is why we resort to the best brawlers in every single rarity. It's a little bit more broad, but we can still get a general sense as to who are the best brawlers in the meta right now. So of course, we're going to be starting off with the Trophy Row Brawlers, the lowest rarity inside of Brawl Stars, and today we're going to be actually hopping into gameplay for each of the brawlers in today's video just to make it different from the last video. You guys should let me know what type of format you enjoy more. Do you like the full-length gameplay with each of the brawlers, or do you just want a general synopsis of each of them? That'd be really helpful for me if you'd let me know. But starting off with the Trophy Row Brawlers, the worst Trophy Row Brawler right now is none other than Dyna Mike. I feel like this is pretty easy to determine. There are a lot of Trophy Row Brawlers and it can be a little bit iffy trying to rank them, who are the best and who are the worst, but in my opinion, Dyna Mike stands out from the rest. I feel like he's been one of the worst brawlers in meta for quite some time now, and just the whole lobber genre, or the lobber brawlers inside of the game, are kind of on the weaker side of things. They've been in better spots in previous metas, but it all comes down to Dyna Mike just having a hard time dishing off consistent chip damage. He's a very high skill cap brawler, even if you don't have his star powers, so it can be a little bit tricky to get him down and play with him in a good degree when you're on like a 3v3 game mode. But yeah, guys, why don't we hop into a game with him? Okay, guys, so I played a few games with Dyna Mike just to try to get warmed up. As you all know, I just went through like not too long ago, like a training session with Dyna Mike, trying to get good with the double jumps. And I'm not gonna lie, with a high skill cap mechanic, I feel like you get rusty so fast if you don't keep up with it. So we're just gonna resort to just trying to land our shots consistently here. We're in Gem Grab. I was thinking about going on Showdown, but I find the brawlers that are good in Showdown, especially the map that's out right now, can be really, really tricky for Dyna here. So let's go like this. And honestly, we shouldn't be going for the Frank because really, really tanky brawlers, you have to land your shots consistently with Dyna Mike to keep them down with their really, really large health pool. But we'll see what we can do here. We're doing fine. We took out the Frank, and I'm not going to be picking up gems at all. Okay, we can't land our shots. Come on. Okay, can we jump away? I don't think that really made that much of a difference. But we still have the gem lead. Guys, they don't call these the worst brawlers for no reason here. Okay, I just tried to predict maybe the gene would go up after I landed that one shot. Okay, Frank should be going down here. If Rico shoots at him. Okay, guess not. We'll take it, we'll take it. Take out the gene. Okay, easy super. Oh my goodness. The Frank used his super and we still didn't land our super shot. My gosh. Stink with Dyna Mike. I want to get better with him. Dang it. Okay, we're going to be going down, it looks like, but we're in the presence of friendly brawlers here. They can just pick up our gems. Nice. Okay, taking out the Frank. Alright. This is like the most use I can get out of the first star power. Just like throwing down a stick and then running into the stick and jumping away for some brief immunity. So moving along to the rare brawlers on our list, we definitely have really good ones that are solid in the meta right now, as well as a little bit on the weaker side, some brawlers that need some help with a set of balance changes. But the worst brawler that I have for our rares is none other than Primo. Now, it's a big toss-up between Primo and Barley. Like I said before, the lobbers are a little bit on the weaker side just in general, but I find Primo is a little bit more situational. He's only really good, in my opinion, on Brawl Ball in competitive play, and Barley can fit his way into different team comps as that control-based brawler if you're good enough with him. Primo's just a really high-risk brawler in my opinion, but let's head into it. Which game mode should we play on? Should we try Brawl Ball? I think we'll do that. So Brawl Ball it is. Wish us luck. I'm not a good Primo ball scorer whatsoever, so we'll see if we can make this work. We're up against another Primo, a Daryl, and a Colt. So the Colt is definitely a really good brawler against us, as well as the Daryl, so we'll try our best here. Okay, I hope I have the second star power activated here. I normally just have it rocking. Yeah, okay, nice. So we do have the second star power with Primo. Primo will always be good in Brawl Ball. He's just a fundamentally amazing ball scorer. But other than that, man, it's tricky to play him in any other game mode. He's bad in Showdown, bad in Gem Grab on most maps. Okay, here we go. So we only got one more person to beat. Just jump up to the ball. Kick it in. Nicely done. Primo rocking things in Brawl Ball. Like I said before, I would say he's like a 7 in Brawl Ball in terms of just like fitting into a lot of different team comps. But outside of Brawl Ball, I feel like he's really, really rough right now. So moving along to the super rare brawlers. Now this was the hardest decision I had to make of today's video. So the toss up is between Rico as well as Penny, and I have to go with Rico even though I know he's a fan favorite. He's a really fun brawler to play with, but he's also a really high skill cap brawler. When it comes to Rico and Penny, I feel like they both are a bit better than the previous rare brawlers on the worst end of things, the Barley and the Primo. When it comes to fitting into different team comps, they're a little bit more flexible on that end, but I find Penny is just a better brawler to take into a lot of different team comps. So like if you're thinking about what brawler to play with, a lot of the time Penny is going to be a great brawler to go with just because of that mortar, her control on the map. But since we have to pick someone in the super rares, we have to go with Rico. Now, in my personal opinion, I enjoy playing with Rico way more than Penny. Rico is such a fun brawler, probably like top 5. Okay guys, so hopping into our match with Rico. Now, I would prefer to play him on Brawl Ball, but the Brawl Ball map that's out in rotation right now isn't super good for bounce shots, so I feel much more confident on this Gem Grab map. I've played on this map so many times with Rico. He's one of my favorite brawlers to play here, but Sandy taking us out super quick. It's one reason why Sandy's so broken. I feel like a lot of people think, I shouldn't say broken, just solid, but I feel like a lot of people underestimate how much damage Sandy does. Kind of like comparing him to like a Poco, kind of the attack style of Sandy there. But he 3 shots weaker brawlers like a Rico or any other weaker brawler. Trying to get some bounce shots going. We're definitely not playing good at all right now. And it looks like the M's in our team is playing super hyper aggressive. So hopefully we can trust the teammates to be a good gem carry. Taking out the Piper. M's on the other team is also playing as the gem carry, so we'll see what goes, see what happens here. Bad super. Guys, I'm playing awful. Man, it's been a really long time since I played with Rico. That's no excuse, but truly it has been. I'm more of a Colt guy when you're comparing the two. What do you generally like to play with if you had to pick Colt or Rico? You more a Rico guy or a Colt guy? Or girl? There we go. Just trying to help out as much as we can. We gotta kind of stay back though. Nicely done, picking up another win. So around the corner to the epic brawlers here on the list. We now have 5 of them, which is really exciting. But the worst brawler, which I'm assuming a lot of you guys can tell, is Frank. Now, the next closest is going to be Pam. I feel like Pam isn't that crazy good amongst the epic brawlers right now, but we'll see what happens to her. It's been a really long time since we've seen a Pam meta in the game, so maybe a buff coming her way, we'll have to see. But definitely a brawler that needs a buff that I would love to see get a buff is Frank. So getting into our match with Frank, and we're switching things up, hopping into a little siege gameplay. Now this map definitely isn't suited for Frank, but call me crazy, I want to have fun here and see what he can do. So definitely the place that we need to go is on the right or the left side. We can't tango in the middle if there's any long range units, but we can pressure here, so let's see what happens. Okay, clipping the crow, that's good. Let's try and pick up the kill on the 8-bit there so we can get that star power activated. But it looks like we're not going to be able to make use of it. Oh, yes we are. Nicely done. Taking out the crow, getting it reset. And as you all know, Frank is fantastic in Siege for the attacking. He's so good at taking out people, or stunning the IKE. So we can prolong the attack. Here we go. Can we at least get it off before we die? Nicely done. So just that maneuver is going to allow us to get a good couple more % on the IKE, allowing the robot to continue attacking for a little bit longer. Okay, so here we go. It's time to reset. We're still in the lead, but the enemy team does have control. Okay, we've been playing nothing but annoying brawlers today, guys. I hate playing against Tick. That couple other brawlers were annoying today. Okay, here we go. I guess there is some good qualities of tankier units where you can literally just like take damage, especially from just one person at a time. But it looks like the Jessie is submitting here. We're going to be able to get a 2 siege push. Nicely done, working good. Frank, really, really fun brawler to play. He's up there on my favorite brawlers to actually play with in the game, but just not that good. He's hard to play with. So I'm sure you all saw this coming, but the worst mythic brawler in the game currently is none other than Mortis. Man, Mortis just has it tough as of recently. It's been a few metas now where he's been closer to the bottom of the tier list. I'd say the next closest has got to be Max or Tara. Tara's pretty good determining on how you play with her. Max, I still find a little bit on the weaker end of things on a lot of the 3v3 game mode. Showdown, she's decent with run and gun if you use that, but getting back to it, Mortis, man, we need this brawler to be good in the game. I need it. Okay, guys, so after a nice game of Siege, we're heading into Gem Grab. Once again, this is one of my favorite maps on Gem Grab with Mortis to play on. And Gem Grab's my favorite game mode to play Mortis with. I just find him a lot. Well, I don't know. I feel like if you're good enough to play with Mortis on Brawl Ball, it can be a really good game mode for him. But I just feel a lot more comfortable in this game mode. But we are up against some pretty hard counters here. We've got a Shelly, so as long as we keep an eye on the Shelly, I think we should be all right. Just trying to get it lined up so we get a bunch of people lined up in the super, and we're able to get the full team wipe. One thing that I've been trying to do with Mortis as of recently is just being patient with my supers. A lot of the time I'll just roll up and try to use my super on just one person, but it's best if you just wait back and be like a clutch player. Almost think of yourself as a Tara, where you're just trying to make one good play. Maybe you'll be able to make like 3 good plays in a game, something like that. You don't have to be like super hyper aggressive or anything like that. Just get in, do your thing, try to disrupt, just wait back. So here we go. We got one more gem to go. We're really close to our super again. We just gotta really be mindful of the Shelly, but we're able to get the countdown. Just picking up another one, because why not? We got 11 gems, and there we go. I feel like it depends. Like, I'm not saying like I'm crazy good. I find I'm better with a lot of I'm better with Mortis than a lot of the different brawlers in the game, just because I play him so dang much. But when it comes to like the diversity of game modes that you can play him on, it's really, really bad. So rounding things off with our last rarity inside of the game, we have the legendary brawlers. Now the worst brawler that I have amongst legendaries is going to be Crow. Now before you guys get angry about that one, hear me out. I know Leon is in a very, very tight spot right now. He's almost on par with Crow when it comes to how good he is and how many different game modes he can play on. But I find Leon can do a better job in 3v3 game modes, and I feel like they're both equal in solo showdown. right now. But in the 3v3s, Crow just struggles. There's a very select few handful of maps that you should be playing Crow on in 3v3s. And when it comes to game mode wise, I mean, he's not very good on a lot of them. It's hard to even pick which one you should be playing him in. It's just really map dependent with Crow, where Leon, I feel like you can squeeze into a lot of different game modes as that aggro brawler that you need sometimes. Okay, guys, so if you tuned into the Wikipedia speed race that I did with Ben, I ended up losing, and the punishment was that I had to use White Crow. And it's been such a long time since I play with White Crow. My goodness, it feels strange. But here we go. We're using the second star power for added damage, just because a lot of tankier units play in this this game mode. So we got to be well equipped to be able to deal as much damage to them as possible. So here we go. It should be close to killing the Penny. They have such a good like control-based team comp here. We'll see if we can work with Crow on this game mode. It should be a fairly decent game mode to play map, just because it's very wide open. But what we're going to do while my teammates are worried about the bot is just play some Stellar D. Try to keep back the bad guys. Try and deal as much damage as possible. So the Penny wasn't able to get the super, which is good. And I think I'm going to use my super just to get some positioning on the map here. Nice. Okay, let's damage the Poco. Poco's going down. Wasn't able to secure the gem. Or the bolt. Aren't we faster than Rosa? Kill her. Man, Rosa freaking OP. Alright, you guys. So, it's probably in our best interest to try to get this next siege. You're probably thinking, what the heck, Ray? Duh. But a lot of the time, you believe it or not, there's a big strategy involved in siege, knowing who's going to win the last siege, right? So this is definitely going to be a three siege robot game. And since, like, as you can tell, they have 5 bolts, so they're more than likely going to be able to get the next siege if we don't play good here. So a lot of it is just trying to get a lot of bolts on a final siege push. But since we do have control, I think this is looking good for us. Unless they all push in together as a group of 3. I think we're going to be set to go for this here. Just jumping on the Rose. I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid, baby. Okay, since we do have the second star power, we are bursting. We do so much damage. So we can just get in that face of the Poco. And since we got the final siege, I think we should be able to win this here. Nicely done. Nice, and since we have that Dyna Mike, he is so good at attacking the IKE, and we're able to end it off. But yeah, guys, that's our list for the worst brawlers in every single rarity in today's video. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what you think of what we went over in today's video. You think it's accurate? What would you change about it? Leave your own list if you want to, so I can see your perspective around the whole meta. It just allows me to understand what you guys are thinking as well with your trophy range and things along those lines. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. With that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.